Hello, hello, hello to my party people out there in radio land, baby. This week's topic, the Olympics trap. So I'm gonna keep this brief. If you watch the Olympics at any point, or any professional sports competition, then at any point during the year, uh, you must be reminded that you are watching the end result of years of hard work and persistence and determination and patience on a screen, which takes place over the course of a matter of minutes or even seconds. Do not be lured into believing, or do not forget to remember those ingredients for greatness. So I observed a lot of people who watched the Olympics, the Winter Olympics, like talking about how amazing it was and how the athletes performed and blah blah blah. Just all of this amazing stuff, all the good stuff. They also were very quick to criticize athletes there that they felt who they felt should have performed better. Which my thing is like that's kind of indicative of our controlling, nosy, pervasive like culture because it's like you don't know what was going through their head. Like you can't do it, so how dare you be like, oh, they didn't perform as well as I thought. But that's just my own little soapbox. But it's just interesting to see how quickly people forget the fact that they are only watching the end result. So I always think of like Usain Bolt, like from the Summer Olympics in 2016, and how people, but when the reporters asked him like, oh, are you nervous to perform in front of millions of spectators around the world? And he was like, he a cocky one anyway, but he was like, no, like this is the easy part. Performing, this ain't nothing. Like it's the hard work that went into it before this. Like this is nothing. So I just want to point that out, and I'm very diligent about telling kids this and even adults, reminding them of the fact that they're only watching a snippet of the end. You only seeing the end of the movie. You didn't watch everything that went into that, all of the long nights, all of the training, all of the struggle, all of the pain. Like you didn't see that. And I think when we view things on TV, that kind of makes them less real. And that's how you have people's struggle being like it's people are removed from it, they're detached. We have this dehumanization that's happening because it ain't real, because you're looking at this little box, a screen, and it's like all simulated, like it's no different from playing a video game. So but the thing about that is that it's dangerous. It is a dangerous mindset, because when you don't keep struggle and success in perspective, you diminish the value of the athlete's struggle, right? You diminish the value of their sacrifice. And that goes with anything. You have to see the whole big picture, right? If you only see in the tip of the iceberg, the very end, then you have cheapened the whole, 99% of the iceberg, the 99% of effort and time and energy and heart and soul that went into creating that tip. So just think about it with if you look at people in terms of their professions, like, okay, let's say being a doctor, a lawyer, something that's very standard. And I ain't say it was easy, but it's standard. You have a set path that you know that you need to take in order to become those things. If you are only to see a doctor who is making six figures and at the top of her game without having, been told about how grueling medical school is, or um, being a resident, sorry, doing your residency in a hospital and the long hours that they work and things like that, then that would change the perspective of how you view being a doctor. The same with being a lawyer, right? If you're just told like, oh, they make, this much money and it's a glamorous life, which is really not. If you talk to any real lawyer, they'll tell you like it's not glamorous at all. They work long hours. Um, but it diminishes everything that they've done, and not only that, not even in a like an intangible way, it also dilutes I don't want to say success, what's the word, it dilutes it the accolade in and of itself, right? You see what I'm saying? So it's like getting a cheap trophy, or a trophy that's made out of a temporary substance. Like, would you take if you worked hard, would you take a trophy that's made out of sand? You know what I'm saying? It kind of does that, because the only reason why you think that being a doctor or a lawyer, is so glamorous, or it's such a big deal, it's so admirable even, is because all of the hard work that goes into it. The same with jumping over hurdles, right? And people who are hurdlers, it's the same thing. You see them literally. That's the one thing, like, you can see their obstacles. For every other profession, you can't see it. You just gotta know it. But with them, you literally see what they're doing. So it's the same thing. Being a doctor is a big deal because everybody knows that it's no joke. Same with being a lawyer. Same with being, well, a lot of other things too, right? You know what they've gone through, right? The obstacles that they've come through, the fire that they've lived through in order to reach that. So that's what makes it all the more amazing, right? Like, wow, you went through hell and you still alive. Like, so my point is, don't watch the apex of somebody else's greatness, right? Put the ball in motion to attain your own. Don't just sit around watching somebody else, like the end result of their blood, sweat, and tears. Go, and while you're doing that, like, pause, or watch a snippet and go do your own. Go make your own, because at some point, if you want to get to their level, you gotta go through what they went through too. So, and if you have a hard time remembering what they went through, you need to go watch some biographies like I did, or you need to go ask them, or you need to watch some hurdlers, right? And you can see the obstacles that they had to jump over, and then you can just apply that to whatever you're trying to do, because there will be obstacles, right? Don't focus too much on the glam and on the end. And that's all I got to say. I'm done. I'm done. Thank you for listening. Love, live, light, laughter. Have a great, great, great week. Bye.